Hey guys, Welcome to Gaming back, bringing you another video today for our favorite weapon series, and this is also part of our blueprint weapon series and some Warzone gameplay here. So we're throwing a bunch of different topics into one, but we are mainly going to be covering the Mowed Down Blueprint here for the P90 that's unlocked in the Battle Pass. So I'll go ahead and show you how to unlock this, what tier number it is in the Battle Pass or the Battle Stream for Modern Warfare Season 3. We'll get into how to build this, look at the recoil pattern, and then see how it handles in-game against bots as well as in Warzone. I think this is one of my favorite weapons to use in Warzone. I picked it up the other day just to be playing around with it, and I ended up doing really well and have a really nice win at the end of this video with a 14 kill dub. So we'll go ahead and show that as well. So let's go ahead and back out and jump right into it. Here's the final design for the Mowed Down Blueprint for the P90. So we'll go ahead and back out. You see very aesthetically pleasing looking build on this weapon. It actually changes cosmetically from the base P90. So if we go to our battle stream here, we'll see where we unlock this in the stream. So if we just go back, I believe it's about mid-tier you get this. Yep, right here. So tier 65 on the Battle Pass, the Mowed Down Blueprint here for the P90, and it comes with all the attachments. Now it actually cosmetically changes pretty heavily from the base P90, but which we will go into. So what I'll do here is back out, we'll go to our custom class, and we'll strip this thing down and compare it to the base P90 and build it up. Okay, so here is our Mowed Down Blueprint. So what we'll do now is strip down all the attachments, and we'll build this from scratch. So if you have a base P90 as well, you don't have this blueprint, you can go ahead and build this as well, just with the same attachments. So we'll go ahead for the muzzle. First off, it comes with the monolithic suppressor, which is actually going to go perfectly in the Warzone build. That's why this blueprint is actually perfect for Warzone. So this is going to assist with the sound suppression as well as damage at range. The cons here being the ADS speed and the aim walking steadiness. So we're going to want the Mowed Down one. You can see how it compares there. So we'll go ahead and select the Mowed Down. Now the barrel, we're going to want the Forged Tack Retribution barrel. This is going to assist with the damage range, bullet velocity, and the recoil control. The cons here being the ADS speed and the movement speed. But again, this goes perfect for the Warzone build. We have a long barrel as well as a monolithic suppressor on the SMG to enhance our damage at range. You can see how the base handguard versus the Mowed Down handguard with this blueprint. So we'll go ahead and select that. Laser, we're going to skip out on that. The optic, this blueprint comes with the FSS ring sight. This is the integral sight. Essentially turn this into the FN P90. So you can see there just how it differs from the base. We have just a darker color tone to the weapon. And then the stock, we're going to go ahead and select the fly strap. So the fly strap is going to assist with the pros here being the sprint to fire speed and the aim walking movement speed. The cons here are going to just be the aiming stability. So again, we'll go ahead and select, we have the base, which you can see is you have a black strap on there and the rubberized butt pad on the back of the weapon versus the Mowed Down. Here we change the color of both. We'll go ahead and select that. And then the final attachment here, we're going to skip on the perk, is going to be the rear grip. So it's actually going to come with the rubberized grip tape to assist more so with the recoil control on the weapon. So we're going to have the pros recoil control and the cons, again, just being aiming stability. So we'll go ahead and select that for the Mowed Down. And again, with the aiming stability, we're also losing that here on the fly strap, but you're really gaining a pretty decently fast ADS speed SMG, as well as longer range engagement with the Forged Tack Retribution, as well as the monolithic suppressor. So that's how you build this. Now, how does it compare to the base P90? If I just back out here quickly, go ahead and show you how this looks compared to the base P90. I believe for the P90, a lot of the blueprints for the Mowed Down Blueprint look very similar. So all the other blueprints, there's a few other ones that have a similar cosmetic change. You can see the base P90, it's pretty heavily changing the customized stock, as well as the pistol grips on the weapon here are going to change as well. And then obviously we have the color tone difference. Another change is going to be the waffle magazine, which comes again on most of the blueprints. So you can see here on the top of the base P90, we have the standard P90 magazine. And then if we go to the blueprint for the Mowed Down, we have, again, this is included in a lot of blueprints with P90, is a waffle magazine. So you can see it actually has the markers there for where your bullets are at. So we have the full being 50. I believe it reads 25. And so on. So when you're actually in game, you can read those numbers clearly. Not that you can see the bullets, unfortunately, through this magazine. I think that'd be a cool feature. But again, it's going to tell you on your screen what it is anyways. But again, it's just a nice cosmetic feature. So again, you can see the changes to the pistol grip. It goes from that rounded pistol grip and foregrip to the more standardized pistol grip and a different shaped foregrip as well. And then we have the customized buttstock there. We have the waffle magazine, as we discussed, that longer barrel with the Forged Tack Retribution. And again, this is not quite a UDT green, but it is a nice green camo on the weapon that I think is pretty aesthetically pleasing. And then we have that FFS ring sight, which again is one of those customized integral sights that come on some of the weapons like the G36 and the AUG, and I believe also the Ram 7 or the Tavor 21 there as well. But again, very aesthetically pleasing weapon. We have forged tack on the left and right hand of the buttstock of this weapon. And now we'll go ahead and back out. Before we jump into the gameplay here, I'll show you, because I am going to be jumping into, we'll show some Warzone gameplay at the end of this, because I did get a really nice 14 kill dub after using this for a little bit. And the other weapon that I'm using here, you can see here, I didn't rename my class yet. I did have an HK433 or a Kilo here, but you can see my class, I had the Mowed Down Blueprint with the Guard 1 or the Renetti on this, just with a can suppressor, because I don't have anything else unlocked for it. But again, this is using the blueprint for Guard 1. Then we have the Kill Chain, Ghost, Shrapnel running for perks. And then I'm typically on all my classes, the perks and the lethals and tactical are all going to be the same, running the C4 and the Heartbeat. But so I pick up this, and then my second loadout drop that I end up getting is my heavy saw here, just because the P90 you're going to burn through ammo pretty quickly. Has a 50 round magazine on the weapon, but again, I've run out of ammo with that and been in trouble. So I wanted to pick up my heavy saw here, which I have longer attachments and a 200 round belt magazine in case I really need to have that extra ammo just in case to engage enemies. And this actually comes in really clutch in parts of the gameplay. So I'm running a monolith. I'll cover this weapon more in depth with this build, but I'm in a different video. But I'm running the monolithic suppressor, the longest barrel attachment in the stomach, 26.8, attack laser to assist with that ADS speed, integral hybrid, again that Leopold hammer, just so I can get that 3.25 zoom as well as the red dot. And then I'm running that 200 round belt. So this is typically the weapon that I'll pick up if I'm coming out of a respawn and I need a weapon and I don't have any ammo. But again, I picked it up here just because it would have helped me out with the medium to longer range engagements, where the P90 is not going to be your long range engagement. It excels really well at close to medium range, but again, even at medium range, you're going to be burning through ammo. Specifically, I would say mainly so with this sight. The optic itself is a very light looking red dot sight you'll see here. So it can be a little bit hard to get eyes on target, to keep your bullets on your target. So you may want to opt for a different red dot. But again, I'm using it as the blueprint is built for this weapon, for the Mowed Down Blueprint. But as we jump into gameplay here, you can see the recoil pattern on the weapon is actually straight vertical with a slight deviation to the right. So you just need to compensate for that slightly. But again, very, very accurate weapon. And if you're able to see the red dot, depending on what the background color of your target is, you're able to keep shots on target very easily. It's not very hard to control this recoil at all, but again, at longer ranges, it can be a little bit difficult just to keep your shots on target. So it really is a close to a medium range weapon to engage with. But this thing definitely just shreds at close range for sure. And you can see here just a little bit of the gameplay against bots in a custom game here, so you can see how this thing actually would work in a live multiplayer game with the fast pace, ADS, and just having the faster mobility of an SMG here with this Mowed Down Blueprint. And then we'll show a little bit of that, and you can see, let me know what you guys think of this particular blueprint. I know hopefully everyone's unlocked this by now. I'm pretty sure there will be another double tier weekend coming up in the future as we close in the last 24 or 23 days of Season 3 here. So there'll definitely be a 2x tier boost weekend, as well as double XP and weapon XP coming up. So if you guys didn't reach tier 65 of the battle pass yet, I'm sure you'll have a chance to reach that. And this P90, again, I'm typically not somebody that uses SMGs. I put a poll on the channel yesterday to see which one you guys liked the best as far as all of the SMGs, and it seemed to be, I believe, pretty handily to the MP5. So the P90, I believe, was one of the least voted on weapons in that poll. But again, it was for multiplayer and Warzone, and I'm not somebody that really uses SMGs very much. I know the MP7 is a very good weapon to use, and I don't really see too many people running SMGs anymore, unfortunately. But again, picking this thing up, and I just tried to use it in Warzone and see how it handled. And I was actually really surprised. The fast rate of fire just really makes it very, very deadly at close to medium ranges. And then you'll see here, once we get into the Warzone gameplay, halfway through it, once I pick up my loadouts, I'll pick up that heavy saw there, which comes in really clutch for the longer range engagements, as well as the end game, because I'm a little bit hesitant in the end game to... The end game you'll see in the end circle here, I think by that point I'm at about 11 or 12 kills, and the end circle is basically in a wide open field. Now I'm taking cover on essentially a barrel of hay, and I spot the enemies before they spot me, and you'll see me swap to my saw, just because the distance that they're at and having the circle in the background, it would have been a little bit too hard. I wasn't going to risk the win to try and get the kills with this, but I feel like I may have probably been able to kill them with it, but it was a sure thing with the saw because I have it kitted mainly for longer range to drop enemies instantly. But this weapon definitely comes in handy in Warzone, and I think you can basically use this throughout the whole game. I had a bunch of second places with this, even some thirds. So a lot of top 5 finishes just using the P90 alone with my Ghost class and my pistol. And as I showed you, that Renetti pistol for the guard 1 with that suppressor actually saved me a lot, because you do burn through the ammo with this P90 quite fast. So having the ability to swap to a quick pistol like that, especially with that 3-round burst on that guard 1, and I just threw the oil can suppressor on there, has saved me a lot in Warzone. But in multiplayer, again, the P90 is always really good. But Warzone, it definitely has a purpose. Just don't expect to be sniping people at long range with this thing. You definitely want to carry overkill or pick up another class with a weapon like I did. Here I opted for the saw just because I didn't really want to be sniping. I was trying to be running and moving the majority of the match and trying to get as many kills with the P90 as I could. But let me know what you guys think of the Guard 1 blueprint for the P90. Basically turning it into, because we have that FSS integral ring sight on the weapon, turns it into the FN P90. And we've covered this in the weapon conversion series in the past, so I'll go ahead and find those videos and I'll link them down below if you want to see some of the original conversions I did for the original P90 for the FN P90. Similar to what we saw, I believe, in COD 4. I did an exact replica of that you guys were asking for back then. So again, this is the Mowed Down Blueprint. I really like the aesthetics of this weapon. I think it handles really well. Again, it's just a very visually pleasing weapon to look at. So let me know down below what your thoughts are on the Guard 1, or excuse me, the Mowed Down Blueprint here for the P90. Also, let me know what your thoughts are on the best SMG, whether it's in multiplayer or in Warzone. And like I said, this actually really surprised me in Warzone. Typically, I only use assault rifles and maybe some snipers and DMRs here and there. But this is something I think I might make one of my main classes going forward, just because I really do like how it handles at the closer ranges. You're able to really eat through enemies quick, and again, you have that fast ADS speed on the weapon as well. So, and now I'll throw this Warzone clip here in at the end here. I'll show you the whole game. Essentially, I chopped it up a little bit so you don't see all the weight, and I think in total the game itself was about 25 minutes long, so I chopped it up so you don't see a lot of the moving around before kills and everything like that. But let me know what you guys think of this. Little bit of a different format for the video, so let me know if you like the gameplay. Really wanted to start it out with showing the weapon, the recoil control, a little bit of bot action, and then showing how it handled in some clips from Warzone and letting one of the games play out almost in the entirety, so you guys can see just how I move in the circle and use the weapons, and see if you guys like that or not. So give me some feedback down below. Let me know what you guys think. Also, be sure to let me know what you want to see in the remainder here of Season 3. I know we have a couple of store items that I've yet to see. The main one I'm looking forward to here is going to be the Security Detail Bundle, and that's going to be a Spetsnaz Milsim skin for Bale, replicating a real-life Spetsnaz operator for the FSB Russian faction. So we'll go ahead and get that. It's also going to come with a blueprint for the AK-47 called the Warsaw, which a much more modernized or new-looking AK-47 AKM type design. It has the black polymer handguard instead of the old rustic wooden handguard. I'm not sure what the stock is on it yet, but we also have the base magazine for that 30-round magazine on the AK-47 of the 7.62x39, which is a brand new magazine. It's all black and nicely polished instead of that old rustic looking one. Again, it does have a ribbed dust cover, stamp receiver, so it's a brand new looking AK-47 AKM type design there. So I'm looking forward to getting my hands on that, as well as the Spetsnaz Milsim skin for Bale. So that'll be a really nice bundle. Again, that's a Security Detail Bundle. It should be coming here, I'm guessing this week. It's been on the call tracker for a while now. I know a lot of you guys in the Discord and Twitter brought it to my attention, so I'm really looking forward to that. Hopefully that comes out this week. I believe it's priced at about 1,200 COD points last I checked, if I remember correctly. So hopefully that's coming soon. And again, hopefully it is a really nice blueprint and cosmetic changes to the AK-47. I still really am waiting for an AK-12 design for that weapon, because I am just been very patiently waiting for an actual AK-12, AK-15 design for the AK-47. So hopefully we get that. I'll be doing a video covering my wish list for Season 4, so let me know down below what kind of weapons you guys want to see featured in Season 4, and blueprints as well as Milsim operator skins, different factions that you want to see for the Milsim operator skins. We've done a couple polls on the channel of that, and so I'm really interested to hear all that. If you guys comment down below, I'll be sure to include all that into a video for what we can hopefully put into a wish list for Season 4, 5, 6, and beyond, things like that. So let me know down below what you guys think. I'm going to let the rest of the gameplay play out here. Again, had a really nice 14-kill dub at the end here in solos for my, I believe this was one of my highest kill solo wins. I've had pretty high kill games, but not pulled off the win. Again, here being in a solo, I didn't want to take any risks at the end and use the P90 for those bit of a longer range engagement, especially when it's a little hard to see with the gas goes in the background. But luckily I had that saw And again, I'm running that Leopold hammer, the integral hybrid there, so I can really zoom in on my enemy and get my shots on target. Versus this with the red dot, this could be a little bit hard depending on the background color. But let me know down below what you guys think. Again, this is the Mowed Down Blueprint for the P90. Till next time, this is Buckner Gaming. Out.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Seeing movement. I'm moving.
Losing ground.
Reposition.
Gas is closing. Get to the new safe zone.
Don't
Time's
get.
almost up. Use your target grenade to earn the win.